Hey, all you cool cats and kittens. It's Carol at Big Cat Rescue.
Carol Baskin, crawl this fence and try and hurt any of my animals again? You can guarantee I'm going to put a trap in your ass. I've had my days of coke. I had my days of drinking. I had my days of meth.
Dr. Intel, he has 4 or 5 wives.
Well, he has 3 or 4 girlfriends.
He has like 9 wives.
How many wives does Dr. Antel have?
I don't fucking care.
Ladies and gentlemen, before you hear it on the news, I'm going to tell you myself. About an hour ago, we had an incident where one of the employees stuck their arm through the cage and a tiger tore her arm off.
It was Joe's campaign manager for about a year and a half. It was the worst experience of my life. It was horrible. Horrible, horrible.
Hey, everyone. It's Carol at Big Cat Rescue. Today, Joseph Schreibvogel Maldonado Passage, also known as Joe Exotic, was arrested for seeking to hire someone to murder me.
The Happy Campers JamCast with Jason Lynham, Andrew Gander and Matt Tripo.
Hey, all you cool cats and kittens. I guess that's Carol Baskins. I'm Matt Tripo. We are the Happy Campers JamCast, along with Jason Lynham, Andrew Gander, if you hadn't already known that. Yo.
Episode number 5.
This is the 5th one.
We're here. We was going to try to do it last week, but man, with everything going on, it just still didn't end up working out. So we're here this week.
This is kind of a special edition. We are in Andrew's backyard, Camp Quarantine.
That's right.
We have the tent set up. We've got the cooler. We've got our podcast stuff. Opie's down here licking the ground.
Sun's in our faces.
Tornado watch.
We are under a tornado.
Everybody
watch.
be watching for them naders.
That's right.
Speaking of tornadoes, how about was that last week? I've lost track of the days.
Yeah, it's quarantine, man.
The tornado through Jonesboro. Holy cow, man. I was watching that live on TV, and that was insane.
Oh, yeah. Ryan Vaughn's coverage of that was just...
And what was the other guy's name?
Zach Holder.
Zach Holder.
Yeah.
Very, very
Kudos to you guys, weather professionals.
Yes, that was very good. Kept it on, kept it rolling.
The fact that nobody died when a tornado went through downtown freaking Jonesboro is amazing.
Yeah.
Right.
I mean, this quarantine, kept people from dying. That's crazy.
At least in Jonesboro.
People in Leif and Marmaduke were probably like, fuck yes.
Yeah.
Finally. I know that sounds terrible. That's not saying you're glad that a tornado tore through somewhere. But usually, man, it's always Leif and Marmaduke that a tornado will nail every time.
Oh, man.
It'll get off course by Crowley's Ridge and then just kind of send it up north there.
Yep.
They get hammered every time. So
Either of you guys ever been close to a tornado?
Never.
I've been far enough away that I was comfortable, but I've watched it.
Yeah, I've seen them too.
I've seen it. It was like a F2 or F3 going across the field in Kennett.
Wasn't it just like here in town, here in Paragould, last year around August or September? Wasn't there a tornado that touched down in Greene County?
Yeah, it was a F1. It was last year. Because it was when I was living at 707 off of 707.
Yes.
No. I was at 23rd. Yeah. Okay. Never mind.
Where was I during this? I don't remember.
But it had touched down near my old house on 707 out there. And it was like a F1. I mean, it wasn't very much damage at all. But it touched down and rode all the way down. And then it popped right up before it got to Paragould. But it was... It could have went one of two ways. It could have went that way, or it could have went the way the tornado in Jonesboro went.
That day was the most that I've ever seen with my own eyes, because that day, me and me and Melissa, we were on our way to Brick Oven Pizza for a birthday party. And I remember driving down Carroll Road and looking like over Walmart, and I could see it. It wasn't touched down, but
There
it
it
was up in the
was.
cloud. There it
There
was.
it was.
Melissa was hollering at me, telling me to drive faster. It was like flooding rain, and I was trying to explain to her that Carroll Road gets covered up in water, and you can't just haul ass down through
Yeah.
there, or you're gonna fly into the ditch. Women, they go
Women.
crazy.
I like Carol Baskins. She killed her husband.
Man, the Tiger King. So yeah, how about
Yes.
that? I watched, I'll be honest with you, I watched I think I got through 2 episodes of it. And then I ended up doing something else and I never got back to it. It's pretty bizarre, but I haven't been in it for the long haul yet.
Oh man, if you haven't finished it,
You haven't
need
finished
to.
it?
No.
That's
No,
what
I
I'm.
haven't.
Yeah.
I did not know this.
No, I've
Oh my
only watched
God.
like 2 episodes of it, which is ridiculous because
What else you got to do, right?
Yeah, I know. It's embarrassing, as unproductive as I've been, and all of the stuff that I could be doing around my house, fixing things or cleaning things or.
So Andrew sent Matt and I a text night before last, and he said, I think I'm going to sleep in my backyard tonight. Pitch a tent. It's nice outside. And I texted him back and I said, Andrew, did you get kicked out of the house, man? I mean, why are you living like a homeless person?
No, I
He had
kicked
a-
myself out of the house.
So he went to
I
the
like
very
it.
back corner of his backyard by beneath an old shade tree and pitched his damn Ozark Trail tent.
Yeah.
Put his air mattress in there, had lights. So tell everybody how you made it the first night.
Well, first, it is like some prime camping season weather, and I have all of that stuff already, and I just kind of like to get it out and mess with it every once in a while, do some trial runs. So I thought, hey, be a nice night to sleep outside. So I got everything set up. I got my tent, my air mattress, and got it blew up and got everything set up out here. And I sat and hung out all evening. And then, I don't know, come about 11 o'clock at night, I realized that air mattress just wasn't going to hold air. It was a cheaper one that I'd bought last year, and it just wasn't holding air. And I just thought, well, I'm going to
you
go.
just can't rough it, huh?
Yeah, I'm going to go. And plus, Melissa just got some brand new sheets and everything on the bed.
And you got hungry.
Yeah, and I did get, that was the main reason I went inside, is because I wanted to eat something in the bag, the Ziploc bag full of chicken nuggets that I had brought out here earlier. Those just didn't hold up. Plus, they
No.
weren't hot anymore. I was eating soggy chicken nuggets.
Ugh.
I'm out here living
Drinking
like a
warm beer.
caveman when I've got the house in
Yeah.
there. I wasn't drinking any beer that night.
Why didn't
actually.
you just
wow.
thaw you out some man meats and fire up your grill and just eat rare steak?
Because
like
the
a-
grill's up
like a
there.
fucking
He
beast.
was down
Well,
here.
I had just done some grilling a couple of days ago, so I wasn't feeling that. But anyhow, I went to the house. Now, yesterday, on the other hand, I went to the store and I bought me a 30-pack of beer, and I ended up sitting out here. Jason came by and seen me for just a little while, but the weather.
Yeah, I had to come visit Camp Quarantine, man.
Oh,
Check it
man.
out.
Mhm.
The weather was so nice yesterday, and unfortunately, those beers were going down so well, and it just turned into a night thing. And it got to the point where I don't think I had any other choice than to sleep out here. I just kind of,
You physically couldn't make it back to the house?
I just sit out here and watch the world go by.
real slow.
And
Yeah.
so
Real
when I
spinny.
laid down in the tent on my air mattress, I made sure to have my my pump over there within reach distance. So I usually toss and turn through the night anyways. So every time I would wake up, I'd just reach over there half asleep, grab that pump, and
Air your air mattress back
you
up.
pick yourself back up. Then I go back to sleep. I slept out here till about 6:30 this morning, and
Did you wake up to the birds chirping?
I sure did, man. That's the best thing about it,
Yeah.
and especially on like at night when the clouds aren't out, and you can just look through that net in the top of your tent, and man, you're just out there. You're a
Did
part
you
of
see
it.
that big ass moon last night? Evidently, it
I
was
sure
like
did.
a super moon or something.
Huh.
I don't keep up with
I
that.
sure
stuff,
did. It was
but
right over there.
That's great.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I
He's
mean,
pointing
that's-
to the east for those of you who
man,
can't
there
see
is
where he's
nothing better though than waking up in a tent, it being like 70 degrees, and just just the feeling of it. It's nothing better.
Dude,
Oh,
I
it's
would
the
have had a
best thing
sore
ever.
throat for a week if I'd slept outside.
Oh,
last
I'm
night.
sure with all the pollen.
Yes.
Yeah. man,
Well,
it's horrible.
see, truth be told, I don't need to be doing it either because I'm doing my damnedest to try to dodge the coronavirus with the shape that my lungs are in, anyways. So I've had paranoia and anxiety enough about that as it is, much less coming out here and sleeping on the ground. But I decided to do it for the last couple of nights, and it's
So
been pretty
Andrew
decent.
took this social distancing to the extreme. Like
Yeah.
he even social distance from his damn family.
Yeah.
He came
He's the
outside,
fucky
set
guys.
him up a tent.
Yeah.
I mean, he
moved to
ain't
the
messing
backyard.
around, man. So
Quit
so
wearing shoes. I quit wearing socks.
he's not wearing shoes or socks right now. He's got his
How much
jeans
dog
rolled
shit
up.
have you
Looks like he's
stepped
going
in?
crawdad hunting.
I haven't stepped in any dog turds, but I have a pretty good path that I'm familiar with.
If
that
there's one out here, I'll find it.
comes back, oh, Jason will find them every time. But no, my dogs have pretty specific places that they like to shit out here, and I've got them both about figured out. But one of the whole reasons that I came out here to pitch the tent, anyways, is that I was sitting thinking that I am very fortunate to have the size of backyard that I do, and a nice place to come and hang out. There's so many people stuck at home right now through this.
So you wouldn't want to be
virus.
cooped up in a little bitty one-room apartment with 3 screaming kids right now?
No.
Oh my God.
No. And I mean, I'm just imagining, a lot of these people that's their only choice. That's just how they have to live life. And I bet at this point there's husbands and wives that, they can't even get out of the same room really.
Mhm.
And so they end up coming to that point where they're just sitting there staring at each other like,
What the fuck are we
"The fuck
doing?
are you looking at?"
Yeah.
What?
Yeah.
Like they don't have places to go all day and go to work, and they probably ran out of shit to talk about, and they just sit around and look at each other.
They don't
Yeah.
have a backyard to throw a tent up in and get away from everybody.
No, that's what I'm saying. I've got this out here, and I'm just trying to take advantage and be grateful and thankful for what I got.
So other than that, how you dealing with this quarantine? Matt, you're still working, right?
Yeah. Legacy equipment.
Matt is business as usual.
Oh,
at
dude,
Legacy
it
Equipment.
hadn't changed other than nobody comes in my office. And
I'm working
fucking
from
love it.
home. Took all my classes online, which is a challenge within itself. So we're all adapting to that. Looks like I'll be teaching from home for the foreseeable future. Andrew got his first unemployment check this week.
Yep. First time in my entire life that I've ever drawn an unemployment check. This will be
He's big balling over here.
oh
Yeah.
yeah. This the first time ever.
That's shrimp
And,
money.
you
Are them
know
new
what?
Oakleys you got on?
No, actually these are Panama Jacks.
Panama
I got those
Jack.
at
I
Walmart
thought maybe you
about
went out and
3
bought a
years ago.
$120 pair of Oakleys. With
Hell
that
yeah.
money.
No,
It's
but
time
you
to
know
blow
what?
that money.
It is going to be crazy. The money that you start seeing people going out there
When they get their Trump check.
Yeah.
Which don't get me wrong. I mean, I blow money just like everybody else does. But during this, as paranoid as I've been about the sick thing and everything else, like I'm just going to try to hold on to everything that I can.
I
for a
spend
while.
most of my money on women and booze. The rest I just blow.
Shit.
Mhm. The rest you spend on blow?
No, I just blow on stupid shit.
Oh. Thought you said blow.
I mean,
Yeah,
if you know somebody.
but yeah, I've been off work for a couple of weeks, and there's a lot of people that have been. It's definitely.
Man, it's so weird. The only places I go, me and Andrew don't live far from each other, and the only places I really go is Come and Go and Cash Saver.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Like that. If I got to get some groceries, go to Cash Saver. If I got to get some beer, I'll run down to Come and Go.
We've made a few Walmart runs. The first couple of them were like the Walmart pickup, and we would have my stepson Christian. He's the young guy, so he can just be a carrier,
Yeah.
And we've had him, and thankfully he's went and made the grocery pickup a couple of times, and then there's been a couple of times he's went into the store, because now the grocery pickup you can't even hardly book an appointment on that.
Oh yeah.
That's
it's bullshit.
That's stacked up now. But yeah, that's the only place I've really been to is up to the gas station to grab couple
30
packs
pack
of
for the
smokes
backyard,
and
yeah.
Mhm.
some beers, and
I like what you're doing out here.
I use my hand sanitizer. And
Oh yeah, I got a shit ton of sanitizer.
I've been
Does it make pretty good lube?
No, I think it might get a little warm and it wouldn't last long. Like
Yeah.
you know how it just kind of disappears
Yeah.
into the air. I don't
I think
think it would,
evaporates is the scientific term. But yeah,
well, I
I like
I think-
Andrew's term of disappearing.
there's a
Just
joke to be
fucking
mid there,
disappears.
something about evaporate and ejaculate. But
Yes.
I'm not sure.
Yeah, you're
I'm
right.
not sure what it is.
I get it.
You end up you might end up in evaporate before you ejaculate.
Yeah, I don't know, man. I'm kind of at the point where I'm not sure what day it is anymore. I know yesterday you thought it was Wednesday. Both of y'all did.
Dude, I've been thinking
know?
today was Thursday. Almost set my trash can.
So Matt is a
thinking it was
day
Thursday.
ahead.
Yeah, I am.
So
I went into Monday thinking it was Tuesday, which is the worst fucking thing to do.
I don't know. I'd rather have a Tuesday than a Monday, I think.
Yeah, but then you realize on your Tuesday that you're actually on Monday.
Yeah,
And you're
good
like,
call.
fuck me, this is going to be a long week. So
Yeah,
it's
I've
been a long
losing
week.
Track of the days.
I don't
as
know,
well.
man. Like the weirdest thing is like 75% of the time I live my life like I've been normally living my life for the last 46 years.
Mhm.
And then 25% of the time I'm like, oh man, it's kind of nuts out there. I probably should hunker down
Yeah.
and just eat this
Yeah.
Tombstone pizza.
See, it's not that much different than what I do normally, other than we just don't go out. But when we're not playing shows, we don't normally
I
go
do
out
miss
anyways,
playing music
you know?
with you guys.
Absolutely.
Man.
Yeah,
I
that
tell you.
sucks. This whole music thing. We're gonna have to just set up and do a Facebook Live video or something. 'Cause
Yeah. We're not going to do one 2 days a week like some folks, but
Yeah,
No.
I think the Facebook
that gets a
Live
lot
thing,
of dramatics in with it too.
Oh man, it gets rough. There's a. I really enjoy the Facebook Live video thing. Personally, I like to sit and watch one of my musician friends every once in a while at home. I've been watching several of these, but it's almost got to a point where it's kind of people are almost oversaturating it
Oh yeah.
out there with the live thing. I mean, it's a lot, but I guess that's good in a sense too, because I mean, it gives you a ton of options to listen to if you want.
right. I mean, who are
And-
we to critique anybody? you
Well,
know?
It was, the whole Facebook thing. Maybe we could do a Instagram Live because I have hiatus myself from Facebook.
Yeah, you've taken a break from the Facebook, man. I commend you.
Dude.
I do too.
I
hate
didn't
that.
delete.
I hate Facebook. I freaking hate it. But man, I don't know I could live my life efficiently
Man,
without it.
Facebook, that's the only place that I get news. That's the only reliable news
Well,
source
that's
I
sad.
look at is Facebook.
Let me tell you
can't
something.
you can't get better news than on Facebook.
I mean, I'm so sick of just opening my feed and it's just either Democrats trashing fucking Republicans or it's the other way around or fuck Trump or whatever.
Or somebody asking something they could have Googled.
Oh
they
my
could have just
God,
as
that's
easily
the
typed into
fucking
Google.
worst. How many times do we screenshot that shit, send it to each other?
Is Walmart? What time does this is the kind of shit? Is Walmart? Does anybody know what time Walmart closes today? Question mark. Question mark.
Exactly.
They could have typed that into Google.
Good.
Yeah.
Exactly the same and got an answer.
Yes.
Yeah.
I don't understand
There's
that.
way Facebook gives way too many people. I know it sounds awful, sounds shitty, but it's the truth. Facebook gives way too many people a voice that don't need one.
Yeah.
That
Or that you don't care
like
about.
they sit the fuck down, man.
Yeah.
Like you just
Yeah, you have to listen to people's opinion that you don't.
Oh, it's
Yeah.
it's nuts. And that is the thing that I enjoy about Instagram is because I get to follow the things that
Dude.
I like musicians, comedians,
Yes.
and it's pictures and videos and cool things. And you're not scrolling through reading 9 paragraphs that somebody you went to high school with, their
Oh, yeah.
opinion on whatever. That's crazy.
The thing is with mine, like, and I can tell it's changed my mood even. Like it's got my mood better.
What's got your mood better?
Not looking at Facebook.
Oh,
the
not
time.
all the negativity.
Dude, I filled my Instagram with like comedians, like he said, people that are, worth a damn to me as far as, my musicians, the people I like. And,
It sounds crazy,
but man, it's
I
great.
enjoy Instagram a lot because it's the majority of things that I follow on Instagram are not people that I know.
Or not local people.
Yes.
Yeah,
Yes.
and they're not just. It's
You don't care that Debbie down the road can't find that you knew in 3rd grade can't find any hamburger meat anywhere in town.
Yes. God, it's fucking
That's
horrible.
exactly what I'm talking about. But
Suggestion: who's the best body man around? Well, goddamn, Tracy. There's 15 fucking body men. Why don't you look them up? Or
First
why don't you
off,
call somebody and ask them?
we're glad to know that you deserve nothing less than the best.
Yeah, exactly.
So who's the best?
Your $200 isn't going to fix your hail damage. You may want to get some Bondo and try it yourself.
Yeah.
Those are my
I mean,
recommendations.
I can
That shit just
almost
bugs me.
understand the people asking for goods and services. I mean, I kind of get that because, you know, you may get some good leads, but
Yeah.
it's the stuff like Andrew said, like, that's just
Yes.
Basically people want or need attention.
Yeah.
They need them likes, they need them shares, they need them hearts.
Even if it's
and
just
a lot of people
stupid
that are
question.
so insecure, they need that to validate themselves or something. I don't get it because my mind ain't like that.
Well, I think everybody's mind is like that to an extent.
Well, certainly, but not to the point where it drives every decision you make.
Sure. Oh yeah, but yeah, man, Facebook. There is a thank you.
Melissa making a special appearance tonight, bringing Andrew another Miller Lite.
Another cold one. That's nice. I heard that cracky
That's
cracky.
nice.
So yeah, so you don't. So we're off the. Matt's off the Facebook. Andrew loves Instagram. I tell you,
I love it.
I spend some time on the Twitter, and I mainly follow like news people and political people on there.
Yeah.
But from what I understand, Twitter is as bad as anything as people just screaming nonsense into the void.
Oh yeah. Yeah.
Now I don't follow the people necessarily that do that, but
See, I made
It's the opposite of Instagram. Like it's just I mean, yeah, you can post pictures, but when it first started, it was just messages. Like
Right.
a little tweet is what they called it.
Right.
And that's how people but Instagram was always pictures. Twitter was always words.
yeah. And I think Andrew's right. I think the secret is on Instagram, we follow people that are artists, that are musicians, that are comedians.
Yes.
So we see a lot of that stuff and not necessarily the people looking for
Man,
toilet paper.
Britney Spears Instagram.
Yes,
Have you been looking?
that is
That
so
girl is
damn-
bless her heart. She is batshit crazy.
Yeah, strung the fuck out.
I love following Britney Spears on
Oh,
Instagram.
it's great.
I've got to give her an ad.
if
Dude,
you, if you
it's
don't follow
great.
Britney Spears on Instagram, you really should.
Does she put pictures?
That's
I
all
mean,
it is.
that-
It's like she floods it with pictures
That's
of
all it
herself
is.
looking strung out, and then she'll add like a little word art flower over it.
She
or
looks like
something.
she's not.
So what does she look like she's strung out on?
I don't know.
Who's
just-
Anders?
No, well,
Coke?
who knows? Hard living.
Yeah,
Just,
exactly.
I mean, just general hard living. You know, there's a lot of things that can go into that, but I don't think she looks as rough as she did. Like, you know,
Does she look
when
like
was it,
one
10
of the
years
wild and
ago?
wonderful whites from West Virginia yet?
No,
Not quite, but you just have to see for yourself.
I
It's
will.
just
I'll have to check that out later
Yeah.
this evening.
cringy. It's
Oh
cringy.
man,
You know what? I was telling you the
Cringy's
other day.
worst.
I was telling you, and both of you actually, about how new people are coming to Instagram, like Sturgill Simpson.
Yeah.
And from him, I was looking through and found some of Steve Zahn. Is that Zane Zahn? Zane?
The actor
Han? Zane?
Steve Zahn.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He's on there now. All of his shit's hilarious. But what's really funny is Sturgill Simpson's Dick Daddy survival skill.
Just the
school,
tips.
right? Just the tips.
Yeah, it's either Dick Daddy Survival Skills or Dick Daddy Survival School. Just the tips. But I really bet Sturgill Simpson, after this coronavirus stuff's over with, I bet he ends up hopping back off of Instagram because
Yeah. I can
he's
see
pretty
that.
much I think he got tired of the whole social media thing a while back, a few years ago, and he got out of all of it. And I think he's just kind of doing this to give his fans something, and also probably gives him something to do too, rather than just sitting around and watching his dick get
Man, I
smaller.
can
Yeah.
guarantee, guys, if I posted half of what came into my head on Facebook, I would lose my family and friends.
Sure.
Oh, I'm sure.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I have some weird stuff that goes through my head. And sometimes I just want to type it out and hit enter just to leave it up for a little bit. But, you know,
Like
I try to edit myself.
if you get invisible for a day, what would you do? That type of shit.
Wow.
If you were invisible, like what would you do if you were invisible for a day?
Invisible for completely invisible.
I have never thought about this.
I would need a day to figure out what I wanted to do.
Too late. You already come back to full
Would I
skin Andrew.
Would I know in advance I was going to be invisible on this day, or would I wake up invisible?
I would
'Cause
say
it would
that's
probably
fair.
take me a few hours to figure out I was invisible.
Yeah, that's fair. Yeah. I mean, you get it. Say you get a 24-hour period to plan, and you know when it's going to happen. Say 5 o'clock on a Friday night. You're going to be invisible for 24 hours. Go.
I think I'd just go up and sit at the revenue office, just sit in one of those chairs and just watch people all day.
That would be
No,
good
I
one.
could
You
do
don't have to be
something.
invisible to do that shit.
No. No, oh man, that's a tough one. What would I do if I was invisible for a day?
I don't know. Is it bad that my mind automatically goes to theft?
No. I mean, because I'd probably, I could probably float a couple grand worth of guitar out of Backbeat pretty easy. Nobody
They just see a
noticed.
guitar going
Yeah,
across.
exactly. And they're like,
It's
Holy
the damnedest
shit.
thing I've ever seen, Trevor. He's talking to his manager, and he's
Where
like,
the hell's that guitar going?
I know you're not going to believe this shit, bro. Get to work. You're going to see it on the video. You got to see this.
then he gets in a red GMC and fucking drives off.
Whoever it is,
Yeah.
he, she, the.
This spirit.
Just every once in a while, see a cigarette going
See
out
the glow of a
window,
cigarette.
flick it.
Well,
take
see,
another puff
if
off
I
it.
was, I think I would, I think I'd fuck with people like that. I think I would just, because I like to fuck with my wife anyway, so I'd just kind of follow her around and just mess with her shit all day. Like she'd be scrolling through her phone and I'd swipe it, and she wouldn't know.
I
She'd be like,
think
what's my phone doing? Or,
I think I would probably go up to Mountain Home to the Quality Inn Suites and request room number 218, and I'd have me another fandango with that room. That's
It'd be kind of cool just to drive your car around to let everybody see a driverless car driving around.
Yeah,
that would
be
fuck with
neat.
people.
that would be great. This is good discussion here.
Wow. Matt, something makes me think that you think about this quite a bit.
Oh yeah. Well, no, I mean, I just in thought, you're hanging out and you're like, if I was invisible, what would I do? And that's,
Would you rather be invisible for a day or be able to fly for a day?
be able to fly for a day.
That would be pretty cool.
Oh yeah.
I'm not sure a day would be enough for me, boys.
Okay, so imagine the outsider's perspective on that. You're just riding in a plane out of nowhere. You see Matt flying by the
Exactly.
window with his John Deere shirt on, and hey, all right, well, see you later.
See you.
And keeps on flying.
But how fast would we be flying? I mean, is it that fast?
Oh, you can fly as fast. I mean, you're flying.
Yeah, that's true.
There's no rules, I don't think.
No, not at this
Well,
point.
I mean, there's some physics involved but
Maybe.
if we're talking about being invisible, then we can
Maybe.
talk about flying at any speed we want, I guess.
Oh, we could go into a whole discussion sometime on like a genie and 3 wishes.
I told you what I was going to do when there was going to be a nuclear war.
A nuclear
War.
Nuclear.
I wish you would say it like George Bush or George W. Bush.
George
Yeah.
Bush Jr.
Yeah, George Bush Jr. W. If you'd say nuclear.
Nuclear.
I loved Will Ferrell doing Bush.
Yeah.
Doing President
Yeah.
Bush. I'll have the chimichanga.
It was
He was
perfect.
in a Mexican restaurant ordering.
Here's a weather update. Looks like we have a rather dark cloud moving north of the Paragould area right now. Should be moving up north of Paragould.
And hopefully not directly south down on our asses.
No, nope. The wind's blowing from the south. We're good.
I think we're all right. Wind
It is a
hasn't
nice
changed yet.
day out here, though.
It's probably going to rain about Oak Grove, I would think.
Yeah.
All right. So we're going to come back here in a few minutes, and we're going to let Matt explain what he did while he was bored during the quarantine.
I like it.
So Matt got bored during the quarantine, and the text is, we have a group text that we have going that we text each other all hours of the day, all hours of the night, sometimes serious, sometimes funny. And Matt's like, I got something I need to talk about on the podcast tonight. So
Yep.
without further ado, Matt, what do you want to tell everybody?
Well, let me tell you this, fellas. y'all have heard my shit stories from the previous. I think it was the first podcast. I can't remember which episode it was, but
About wiping about peanut butter. Yeah, we were.
I
Yes.
think there's been at least one shit story in each episode so
okay.
far. Or,
That's gonna
And
be our-
we
that's gonna be
could
our,
make that a
niche.
segment. I have got so many great shit stories that I mean, I could write stand-up comedy for shit stories and just be my whole show, and it'd have to be great. I've got a lot of shit stories. Anyways, so just like that story, I'm shitting naked, of course.
per the usual.
Oh, yeah, always.
Yeah,
And
Matt
it's-
has to get, just to recap for the listeners at home, Matt has to get completely naked when he takes
Yeah.
his shit, whether he's at work,
Yeah,
at home,
Yep.
at Walmart,
Yep.
no questions asked.
Yep.
I don't know. It's a thing with him.
yeah, it is. But anyways, I mean, I would shit, and I've got to have a super clean BH. That's just the way I roll.
Well,
I can't-
sure.
I mean, I even have to follow it up with a wet something. So I
What's a BH?
Bowel
butthole,
movement. Butthole.
butthole.
Okay.
He wipes his ass good. That's what he's trying
Yeah.
to say.
Alright,
He
yeah.
don't like a.
I gotta have a
crusty ass.
super clean BH. And man,
Butthole.
How's your BH levels?
oh god, my BH levels right now are creamy. Like,
Oh, Jesus.
yeah, like you wipe and it feels like you're wiping all the way up your back. Like, it's bad.
Somebody needs to like lay you on your back and grab your ankles and pick
Exactly.
You know,
up. and
all
change
kidding
your
aside,
diaper.
I've wondered about this because me and Andrew are large men. There are people larger than us, but have you ever wondered how like morbidly obese people wipe their
Oh,
ass?
dude.
Like they have little T-Rex arms. Like imagine you weigh 500 pounds
Dude,
and
I,
you're sitting on the toilet and you have to wipe after you just ate 3 Totino's pizzas. How you'd have to
You got to have a bidet.
yeah,
you would have
if
to put
you
it on a
were-
stick.
Yeah.
You'd have to have a towel on a
get
stick.
one of those back
A towel on a
scratchers.
stick.
Well, seriously, think about it, man. Because I've been
Maybe they
50
do what
pounds
I
heavier
did.
than I am now, and
What did you do?
I shaved my butthole hair.
dun
When?
Not shave. I'm talking just the normal manscape.
trimmers.
Yes,
Trimmed
I
it?
took trimmers and I put an eighth guard.
Is that
on
a number
there.
one?
That's a number one.
Yeah, it's what I do on my head.
Yeah.
Number one.
And is what a coincidence. That's what I do on my butthole.
See, I couldn't even imagine.
Great minds.
Yeah. I guess.
Imagine doing that. I do have a rather hairy ass, and I'm just now getting hair kind of back on my ass again after having it all shaved off in December when I got my
Yeah. When you had
my-
your ass crack extended.
yeah, my cyst removed off my ass crack.
Yeah.
And I can't imagine, like, what position do you get in to do that?
Well, oh, you have to be like I would call that a squatting Indian position. Over the toilet. I mean, you can't, you know,
Are you looking at it with a mirror?
no, you don't look at it. I mean, you freehand.
You just do it by feel.
Yeah. And I'm not even like, I'm not doing it by feel, so to speak. Like, I'm not touching my butthole with my fingers or nothing, but I mean, I can see kind of where I'm at, kind of feel where I'm at. And if I'm spread eagle, you can really get in there and get her trimmed up.
I would love to have a video of it, like just like a little
Instructional?
time-lapsed. Either it wouldn't have to be instructional. You wouldn't. It would have, no sound. Oh no, we could put the music with it that goes
Yeah,
and just do it
exactly.
like kind of a fast motion time lapse. Of you
Yes.
shaving your butthole.
Yeah. Well, I mean, I did it
Hover.
all, not just
Man, I don't know that I'm that acrobatic.
Well, see,
Well,
and
I know that I'm not.
here was my theory. My theory was all the poop stays in my hair, and that's what takes so long to get all the shit out.
Yeah.
I don't know. Maybe I've got too many crevices in my BH or something. It just it wasn't that great. I thought it would change my whole world forever, and I was so excited to take that first shit after I did it. Like, I was super excited.
And then
And then guess what happened?
What happened?
It was a dry shit. I ate a lot of cheese.
Of course
the
it
night before.
was.
oh,
So you couldn't really get a good
ate a
base
lot
of judgment.
cheese the night before.
You
Right.
couldn't get a base of
You
judgment.
had no
there.
point of reference.
Ooh, was
Exactly.
it those bags of like the string cheese that you stick in the refrigerator?
Oh, and you
build the
rip up?
plastic
No,
off?
is it
You ever
good?
eat those?
Oh yeah, all the time.
Oh,
Those are
dude.
delicious.
Man, I might shave my head, I might shave my back, but I ain't gonna shave my butthole.
Well, let me tell you, it doesn't make that big of a difference because the next shit was a greasy one.
You
it was
shave
one
your
of
back?
those-
I mean, like at the
How
bottom.
do you do that?
Why?
Like tramp
You
stamp?
shave like your lower back.
Yeah, like
Does
right
it,
above the butthole or right above the butt crack.
does it make you feel better, or do you like people see it, or
More people see it than you would think.
Yeah. You know, if you're bending down to get something and
I don't
rides
have.
up.
I'm not a hairy person. I don't have a
No,
lot of
not
chest hair. Don't have a lot of back hair.
so is that just where the hair is at?
Yes.
Down there. So
Yes.
you should.
Just
Okay, I got you.
concentrate.
I mean, while I got the trimmers out, I'm doing my head. Why not just give
Yeah.
it 3 passes?
I'm just
Yep.
imagining a man with like a lot of hair on his back, and then he just gets that spot down
No,
there.
it's not some-
that.
It's not some kind of avant-garde
Like, what
art
kind
statement.
of voodoo is that?
Yeah, no.
Press here.
It's oh, but
yeah.
yeah, I have shaved my armpits in the past. That's
I've never
really-
done that.
Really,
I know a guy who used to have to do that.
I
'cause he
sweat a
sweats
lot.
so bad.
Yeah, I sweat so bad too. So I do it. I did it. I do it every once in a while. I've shaved my arms. I've shaved. At one time, I was shaved from my kneecaps to my head, boys.
See, I'm
When I was about
that
I've
took a
only
lot of
shaved my
shaving
butthole.
cream and a lot of Bic razors.
when I was about 12, I shaved both of my eyebrows off. One time.
oh my god!
Like just for the hell of it.
Why?
I don't know. That was.
Do you
the
not
thought.
have any pictures of this?
I don't think so.
Damn it!
See,
God.
that's one thing about back in the days when we were that young is not everybody had a camera in their hand.
Could
You must have been
imagine?
bored.
Oh man, Jason, I've done a lot of interesting things growing up.
And the sad thing about it is when you're 12, it's hard to even say drugs or alcohol were involved. This was a
No, yeah.
completely sober decision.
Yeah.
oh yeah, it's like 12 years old.
Would you watch the movie Powder?
Powder. Oh, you talking about that guy that's allergic to electric?
Yeah, he got struck all the time.
I think it was Donnie Baker was talking about that one time. It's like, oh, that guy that's allergic to electricity.
I don't think I've ever seen that show.
Oh, it's a good movie. You need
Powder?
to watch it.
Yeah.
Dude, I remember
It's a
I've
classic.
watched bits and pieces of it. I couldn't tell you the storyline right off the top of my head. But
Or like the guy in The Great Outdoors with John Candy.
I've never watched that.
Oh my God!
Oh, you
got
got to watch The Great Outdoors.
I've heard
guy
that
that gets
several
just-
times.
John Candy, Dan
Struck by
Aykroyd.
lightning.
Yeah. I love when the fucking bear comes through there and jumping on the door. Wha-bam, wha-bam. Dude, when I was a kid, that movie. So we were talking about this movie the other day, and I saw something on the interwebs about it. I don't know that it's true because you know how the Facebooks is, but they're in talks to make a sequel to the famous movie The Sandlot.
Ooh.
I think didn't they a long time ago? Didn't they make?
They
some
may have
sort
made
of
a sequel, but they're talking about making like a like a redo with the original cast,
Bringing
like a
back
Where
the
Are They
original
Now?
cast
Well-
and making like a spinoff of it.
Yeah.
I did see a post on the internet probably like a year or so ago about how all of the cast members all met and got together for something, but I think there was one of them that didn't make it, and I can't remember who that was, but man, that was a childhood favorite
He's
of mine.
probably home shaving his butthole and eyebrows.
I think that came out around, I'm going to guess 93 or 92, somewhere around there. But I remember my mom took me and my cousin to the movie theater, watched Sandlot when it came out. And then when it came out on VHS, we bought a copy of that. And I watched that movie all the time. And it was back when I was playing baseball every summer too. So that just made it, I think there's a lot of people that just
It struck a
my
chord
age
with?
that, oh yeah, that just really gravitated towards that movie because those are, you know, in a sense, kind of what summers were like for a lot of people. You know, that movie was based in
Yeah.
what was it, the 60s
Mm-hmm.
or something, but it was just very relatable for young gentlemen.
And remember doing that one guy made it to the major leagues and they all went to see him?
Benny the Jet Rodriguez.
That was nice.
Rodriguez. Yeah.
He had
that
them
was nice.
PF Flyers.
Yeah, he
shoes.
did.
Made
Fuck
you
that
run
dog.
faster, jump higher, get more pussy.
That's right.
Well, boys, I think we better take a quick look at the radar and see what we're going to do when this storm blows up here in a minute.
All right.
So, Matt, is going deep into the mailbag this week.
Oh, yeah.
Tell everybody our email address, Matt.
Our email address is thcjamcast@gmail.com. It's pretty much linked to my phone, Andrew's phone. I think Jason's got some access to it.
Yes,
but
sir.
I usually check it every day, and I've been pretty excited. We've had somebody reach out and send us a few riddles, wanting to know if you guys can solve these riddles. So I printed them out,
I'm down with it.
and here we go.
All right,
Andrew,
hit me.
Jason, I'll give you the first one. I come in a lot of different sizes. Sometimes I drip a little. If you blow me, it feels really good.
That would be a dick, Matt. I'll take dick for $500.
That's not dick.
What do you
You're
got,
wrong.
Alex?
It's your nose.
Oh, man.
Yep. You stick your poles inside me. You tie me down to get me up. I get wet before you do. What am I?
Bathtub.
Fishing lake.
A tent.
Oh, man.
Andrew
I was
stays in the tent.
close.
Okay. This one's a good one.
I didn't
right
know
here.
these were like sexual innuendos.
Yeah, they're dirty. This is a dirty one. This one's probably the most dirty of them all. What's long and hard and has cum in it? And it's spelt C-U-M.
And it's spelled C-U-M.
Yep.
Your mom.
Nope.
Fleshlight.
A cucumber.
It does have
C-U-M right in the middle of it.
Damn.
Would
I
you
got-
look at that?
Hey, I'll throw you a curveball. I got one for you.
All right.
I'm a long, slender feller. Pull my cock and hear me beller.
A rooster.
No, you're shotgun.
Oh.
Long, slender feller. Pull his cock and hear him beller.
Yeah.
My Uncle James used to tell me that all the time when I was like 6 years old.
Gee whiz, Andrew. No wonder you shaved
Oh,
your
man.
fucking eyebrows, man. You went through some shit.
Oh, yeah, man. I grew up at a young
I'm gonna
age.
get a picture of you and send it to Rodney and make him just delete your eyebrows.
Man, I can
altogether.
probably do that on like some.
No, but I want it done like professionally,
Oh.
and then put it like a swastika.
No
on his
eyebrows?
forehead.
No problem.
Yeah. that's
Well,
right.
I think
little swastika tattoo right at the bottom of his neck.
thinking back on it, there was like a thing that we had did, like me and a couple of my
What,
buddies.
you and your uncle?
But I think the goal was to
Gatlinburg.
carve just a little notch out of your eyebrow, and that was supposed to mean like you were cool.
Okay,
Oh,
I remember when this
yeah.
was the
Or
thing.
something
Yeah,
like that.
Yeah.
And I think like me and two
Murder.
of my buddies were going to go home and do it. And then we come to school the next day and they were like, you fucking really did it. Like I did it and they didn't do it. Well, then I think my mom ended up getting pissed
Uh-oh.
because I had a notch in my eyebrow and I was like, okay, so where do we go from here? Like,
Oh, shit.
I can't just shave that whole eyebrow off and just have one eyebrow.
At this point, you was committed.
Yeah. So I mean, if you shave just a little notch out of one of your eyebrows and your mom doesn't like it, pretty much the only option you have to do is to just shave them both off. And
I would have
think that's
probably
what I
had to
did.
negotiate to let the hair grow back in before I shaved my eyebrows off.
Well, Jason, I think I was like 12 too. So
Okay, critical thinking skills weren't developed yet.
Yeah,
Yeah.
they weren't all there.
God,
Melissa's
that's
sitting
great.
over there smiling and laughing because I don't think I've ever told her that I've shaved both of my eyebrows.
Well, you want to hear
off
what
all
I
the time.
did? And I was probably older than you. I may have been around the same age. I was 12 or 13 one Christmas. Opened my presents, and being the nerd I am, I got a metal detector.
Ooh, I got one of them for my birthday.
So you
one
know what
time.
I did? I went down to my room, found a penny, and swallowed it to see if the metal detector would pick it up in my gut.
Oh,
You
my
did not.
God.
I swear to God, I did.
So
And immediately following swallowing said penny, I was like, why did I do that? I don't know to this day if I pooped that penny out. I didn't look that close.
oh, I wish you could, and we could
That's
look at the
great.
date on it
Yeah,
and see what the date on the penny was.
it was. Probably
Wouldn't that be
the,
something
the
if
last
it's one of those
wheat back.
rare $30,000?
Yeah, that's what I was gonna say. If it's
pennies.
the last wheatback penny, that's
Oh, wait,
The
back
one-
penny.
well, there's like one of 5 that's still out there. That's like a limited wheatback. That
Well, I'm pretty sure if it ain't give me no problems by now, that I'm probably good on that front. But
well, maybe.
yes, the metal detector did pick it up.
Oh shit!
Did it really?
Why, sure, it's metal.
I'll be damned.
That's dumb.
So
Oh, I know. It was not a good decision.
Well, like in what was it, Grumpier Old Men? Didn't one of the kids swallow a quarter? And if he says, "Well, If he shits
Oh.
out a dime and two dimes and a nickel, well, then we can be worried.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He's like, that kid's shitting money.
That's great. Yeah, I wish you would have found it and kept it.
Well, I probably should have, and I did kind of poke around in my poo for the first couple of days, but I was young, and and a penny's kind of the color of poop, so it didn't stick out.
Could you imagine if it didn't pass, if it was hung up in there somewhere?
It's like embedded into
and one of these days,
in
he's
my
like,
descending colon.
God, he gets a horrible shit pain,
And he goes in
shits
there
and
to
it's like,
poop.
ping.
He just hears
Ding,
the
ding,
little,
ding, 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 ding.
Jason just shitting pennies over here.
Oh, that would be neat.
Then you'd have to dig it out and keep
I would
it
hope
forever.
I'd have some interest built up by now.
Yeah. We're currently watching a dog
We
fight.
got a dog fight over
Yep.
here. Andrew, the Michael Vick, 23rd Street dog fight.
Merle gonna get Opie.
Opie's going to get him.
Oh,
Yeah, Opie don't mess around.
Yeah.
They always show out every time we're doing podcasts.
they do.
Like, they
Opie will
show
try
out
to
all the
fuck 'em.
time, but they can't just be off on the back 40 over there doing it. They've got to be right up in your faces, and they've got to give you a show.
That's a
while
good
you're
one. Explain to everybody what a back 40 is, because I've heard that my whole life from my grandpa, but there's not a lot of people that know what a back 40 is.
Well, I would say it probably refers to if you have a large plot of land, which I don't, but if you have a large plot of land, it probably refers to a 40-acre section that's probably wooded, probably lesser desired, probably just the furthest point away from your house, just out there on the back 40, you know?
Yeah.
Well,
just out
I'll
there
add
on
a
the
little
back
more
40.
historical context to that.
Here we go. I like it.
Do you remember the 40 acres and a mule that the black people used to get when they were freed after Reconstruction? The government gave the freed slaves 40 acres and a mule.
So like, here's your starting point with your new life. Like, here's this.
Right. Good luck.
Okay.
You know, so the back 40 meant like the worst part of property that they could give you.
Oh.
You didn't get the prime 40 up by the river with the nice shade trees. You got the back 40, which is a swamp with a few, trees on it.
You didn't get the front 40.
Right. You did not get the front 40 nor the middle 40. You got the absolute worst 40 that there is.
But you know what? I bet a lot of them were just glad to get 40.
Sure.
They got that 40.
Yep.
Well, guys, I'm getting kind of worried about this cloud. It seems to be building.
Oh, yeah. I can hear thunder.
Yeah, I hear some thunder. So I think we better pack it in for this week. Thank you all for listening to the THC JamCast. We've decided to make this a bi-weekly production, so look for a new episode to drop every other Wednesday. Unless something exciting happens, then we might jump in with the midweek podcast. But I believe the storm's coming up now. I hear some pretty good thunder rumbling. So we're going to pack it in. Thank y'all for listening, and we'll be back with y'all. As always, questions, comments, concerns, send us an email at the thcjamcast at gmail.com.
And maybe this evening we won't run into the crazy stuff that we've got to hear Ryan Vaughn going play-by-play. And
so we're gonna leave you with a little clip that Andrew, you put this together, right?
I did, but I'd just like to thank Ryan Vaughn and Mr. Zach Holder.
So Andrew got this compilation of Ryan Vaughn the night of the Jonesboro tornado and overlaid some music to it, and we think it's pretty cool. So we're gonna let you hear that on the way out this evening.
Y'all be good to each other, right, Andrew?
Be nice.
Learn something this week.
Guys, this is a very life-threatening situation right now. We need everybody up around Hilltop to get in your tornado safe spot immediately. Get in your tornado safe spot anywhere in Jonesboro. Sage Meadows, get in your tornado safe spot. We need everybody from the university. This is going to be coming extremely close to Arkansas.
The Happy Campers Jamcast with Jason Lynham, Andrew Gander and Matt Tripo.